As Americans, one thing in London always touches us rather deeply. The quiet tribute paid to some of the great men of our nation. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin's house just off the Strand, the Franklin D. Roosevelt statue in Grosvenor Square, erected by the voluntary contributions of the average people of Britain, 200,000 of them, and the list closed within 24 hours.
But London doesn't neglect its own. From his column, Admiral Lord Nelson surveys the square that commemorates his greatest victory, Trafalgar. Actually, squares like this commemorate another victory, too. The Londoners' stubborn, centuries-old battle to preserve open spaces. And the memorial, 172 squares. Not all of them entirely populated by pigeons. And 80,000 acres of park. It's on the fringe of London's greatest open space, Hyde Park, that you find Speaker's Corner, an institution proverbially British. Here, every Sunday afternoon, anyone who feels like it can get up and have his say. Not necessarily on a serious subject. But there are serious speakers, too. The largest crowd is always around Dr. Donald Soper, a forthright Methodist minister who was being challenged as to why he mixed politics with religion.
I find it difficult to answer this because, to me, there is nothing so obvious as the relevance of Christianity and politics. If politics is the way people live day by day, then I think religion ought to have a great deal to say about it, don't you? Right. Well, that's my reason for being political.
After Dr. Soper's meeting, which lasted nearly 2 hours, we sought him out for a private talk and asked him about the history of Speaker's Corner.
Oh, well, it's a very old institution in this country. It goes back at least 100 years, and it's a free-for-all. And I think it has a very useful purpose. It's a sort of safety valve, lets off steam.
Is this the only church you have, sir, in the park?
No, this is not a church. I'm the superintendent of West London Mission, which is the largest single unit in the Methodist Church. We have 10 hostels as well as preaching centre, and I preach Sunday morning. I conduct the service Sunday morning at 11 o'clock and Sunday evening at 6:30. I'm going back to it now.
In addition to doing this afternoon?
Oh, yes.
But if I wanted to talk, could I get up and speak without a license or anything?
Oh, you could, yes. You'd be heckled.
But there'd be nothing to prevent me. I mean, wouldn't need a license or something.
Oh, no, there's no... You mustn't take a collection, by the way.
Oh, I see.
You couldn't do that, but otherwise there's nothing to stop you at all.
Have there ever been any Americans who do get up and talk?
Oh, yes, there are quite a number. A group of Mormons very often preach here. And I had an American once who put up his stand next to mine. I couldn't make out what he was talking about, but he was very eloquent.
Well, lacking a soapbox, all I could do was ask some of the crowd why they came to Speaker's Corner.
Well, I've been coming here for some 25, 30 years, and I really find it amusing. And especially when you get in small discussion groups where points of views vary.
I think that the criticism that goes on around these some of these irresponsible lads, I said it's all wrong. They shouldn't do it because there's education to be had here.
Yes, I come from Switzerland. The teacher told us if you went to London, you must go and see that in the Hyde Park Corner.
Well, some of the speakers are very amusing, but it's wonderful to get a chance to hear a serious speaker like Mr. Soper, to get a chance to hear his views and ask him questions. And we were thinking that it's too bad that there isn't an institution like this in New York.
Oh, you're from America?
Yes, I'm from New York.
I see. And you come here as often as you can?
Quite often. Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
I come to Hyde Park Corner for a very cheap afternoon's entertainment, as a matter of fact, and I like to broaden my intellect.
Broaden your intellect?
Yeah.
Do you feel that it does broaden your intellect?
Sometimes.
In what way?
Makes me think differently to what I've been used to been thinking.
Religiously, politically, or how?
In every sphere. In every sphere of life.
And do you walk from one speaker to another, or do you have your favorite?
I don't have to walk, I get pushed around.
Thank you very much.